Hello students, welcome to the new session that is security principles and goals. So in the previous session, we have seen the basic introductory part of cryptography and network security and also terminology. Along with that, we have to understand what is model for network security. We already did that, right? Now we are entering into a new concept that is security principles and goals. When we are about to become a security analyst or else a crypto analyst or whatever the field you choose in this cryptography field, you must be knowing what are the basic principles we have and what are the goals to be reached, right? So for that, we are going to see today's session today. Now, the outline. So first of all, before entering, whatever the things which we are going to discuss are principles and goals. Goals are dependent on the CIA triad. So we'll be understanding that security principles are pain principles. So as you can see on the slide, that is P indicates privacy, A indicates authentication availability, I indicates integrity, N indicates non-repudiation. Now coming to the privacy. So privacy indicates a confidentiality. Whatever the data we are maintaining nowadays should be safeguard. We should safeguard at organization level or in which level you are appointed as a security analyst. At that point, your data should be in a confidential mode, right? So the principle which we have to achieve is privacy. Now, next one is authentication. So coming to the authentication, the users who are about to enter into that communication channel must be authenticated. So authenticated means the users, either the sender or receiver, both must be authorized users to that communication channel, right? Availability indicates every user must be having access to that data whenever they want immediately. So as a one of the customer to any organization or else any website, when I am entering into that website, immediately whatever the data a user is asking, the data should be revealed to the authorized users. So that is nothing but our data should be available and our communication should be available, our resources should be available to the authenticated users, right? So this is about availability. Next is the integrity. Integrity is a point where we are discussing about the data which is sent at the sender side and the data which is received at the receiver side, both are same or not. Okay, if sender is sending hi message and if receiver is receiving bye message, so this is not integrity, right? Because something has happened to the original text in between and this was updated by an intruder or adversary wantedly or unknowingly or just to attempt a kiddo thing, right? So maybe anything might have been happened and this is the result where the receiver is receiving unknown data which is not sent by the sender, right? So our data should not be manipulated in between. So that is what the integrity is. Whatever the data sent at sender and receiver side, both should be same, right? Non-repudiation. So non-repudiation enters in the legal matters where a sender sends a message which is leading to some activity which is not unlegal, like which is not legal, right? And receiver received that and he has attempted with the instructions of the sender. Now, at last, sender said that I am not the person who has sent this message to you. You have received from some other person. So this is nothing but the sender is giving second statement that I am not the person who sent this message to you. But you received it, maybe it has been done by some other person. I am not the person who sent this message to you, right? So all these legal issues must be cleared, like will be cleared only if there is a trusted third party in between. Okay, so if there is a trusted third party in between the sender and receiver, so there will be a trusted third party. So if sender sent one message to the receiver and receiver received and he's done that point, and at last sender said that I'm not the person who sent this message. So there enters the trusted third party that you are the person who sent the message. We are the witnesses. So like this, a trusted third party will be there. Okay. So these are the principles which we have to understand before entering for the goals. Now we entered with CIA triad. Now coming to the CIA triad, like before discussing with the goals, what is CIA triad? See, CIA triad itself, the goals of security. Now, before knowing what is CIE, we should have some introductory part for this, right? So this was developed for security purpose in 1980s itself. So CIA indicates confidentiality, integrity, and availability, right? So most of the professionals of security will be achieving all these 3 points to maintain a good security system. Now, the goal for every security program is to achieve CIA to protect your system from n number of threats or attacks or vulnerabilities, whatever it is. So we have to be protected only if we will be in protected mode, only if we reach with the goal CIA to our security system, right? So now this is the CIA triad: confidentiality, integrity, availability. Okay, confidentiality is dependent on the data which we have to safeguard. Integrity is related to data again, where sender and receiver both are communicating with the same data or not. Now, services comes under availability, where a website user is asking for some service, like I want a user credentials, or I am into registration, you please help me, I have given all my data. So immediately the service should respond. I mean, the server of that website must respond and give attention to the user immediately. So that is what availability. So nowadays availability, like if we are not reaching this goal availability when we are designing a secure system, if availability fails, n number of services will break to the users, and that company will be into danger, right? Maybe a chance of losing all its clients, like that. Okay, so these are the security goals with respect to our CIA triad. Nothing is there. Just if we reach to the CIA triad when we are designing one security system, we are done. We are set up with the goals, right? So once again, go with the data confidentiality. So that is nothing but data communications in a privacy mode. Our data should be in a privacy mode, whatever the data it is. See, there we give some of the applications, financial records, health records, military, commercial kind of things. So whatever. Data integrity is nothing but we are not going to allow an adversary to attempt manipulation of data. So whatever the source and destination content should be equal. System availability, as we discussed, it may be with the data or the resources or some services, whatever discussing. So we should be protecting all the services to the users, right? So if any queries, just feel free to contact through me, or else just comment in the comment section. Thank you.